Ciao, I'm Giulia, and in each episode of this playlist I will present an Italian region and its main attractions. This video is dedicated to Tuscany and Florence. I'm sure you've heard the name Tuscany more than once, but what exactly is it? A town, a city, an area? Tuscany is an Italian region located in the central western part of Italy that comprehends many very famous places. It is widely appreciated by international travelers because here you can find everything you might be looking for: nature and outdoors, seaside, art and museums, and middle-aged towns. Think that this region alone presents 7 UNESCO heritage sites. Florence, Tuscany's main city, is an open-air museum with its lovely palaces, churches, bridges, and the famous Santa Maria del Fiore Cathedral. When you come here, you cannot miss Uffizi Museum, the most visited in Italy and the very first one created in the world, Boboli Gardens, one of the finest examples of Italian garden, and Accademia Gallery, where you can admire Michelangelo's David statue, the legendary Leaning Tower in Pisa and the surrounding Square of Miracles. Siena, the city of the famous Palio, was Florence's arch enemy during the Middle Age. Everything in the city centre reminds of its glorious past, especially the cathedral. The landscape of Val d'Orcia, probably the first image that occurs to you when you think about Tuscany countryside. Natural spas. Tuscany is the Italian region with the highest number of spas and thermal springs. If you have your car, you can reach stunning free hot springs, otherwise inaccessible with public transport, like Saturnia Baths. Middle-aged towns. Tuscany has some of the best preserved medieval borghi of all Italy. So many are those you can visit: Certaldo, Volterra, or Monteriggioni. But if you have time for one only, go to San Gimignano, known as the City of the Towers, with 14 middle-aged towers still standing out today. Elba Island, a popular seaside destination with crystalline waters. Lucca, one of the only 4 cities remaining in Italy completely encircled in its perfectly preserved ancient defensive walls. Chianti Hills, where the famous Chianti red wine is produced. Medici Gardens and Villas, 14 artistic and historical UNESCO heritage sites in the countryside around Tuscany, once property of the Medici family. A couple of examples are Villa di Cafaggiolo and Villa di Poggio a Caiano. Tuscany is famous for traditional soups and for the quality of its meat, in particular for boar meat. A must-try food if you're in the city of Florence is Beefsteak Florentine style. Made of veal, cooked on the embers or on the grill and served quite raw in what is called a blood cooking technique. I would suggest visiting Tuscany during spring or autumn, especially if you're planning to stop by Florence, as during the summer the city can be quite sultry and overcrowded. Here's some advice if you would like to combine your trip with a popular local event. Florence hosts each June matches of the historical Florentine football, the 16th century sport that mixes soccer, rugby and martial arts. If it's the Middle Age that interests you, September is a great month for your holidays, as many towns and borghi host medieval celebrations. But keep in mind that the most important medieval celebration, Volterra AD 1398, is held in August. And finally, Pisa hosts the Luminara every 16th of June. It's the celebration of a patron saint, and the city becomes super romantic. Public lights are turned off, and the embankments are filled with candles. There are so many things to visit in Tuscany that it's impossible to visit everything in one single trip. Don't improvise, have a plan. Understand what you're most interested in and plan your trip, keeping in mind geographical distances. Tuscanians have the sky in their eyes and hell in their mouth. This popular saying means that here people are so used to beauty as it's everywhere, but they're also famous for being very vulgar when they speak. If you would like to know more about Tuscany, we will leave you some useful links in the description below. See you in our next episode of Where to Go in Italy.